This is the Game 7 press conference featuring the Oklahoma Sooners. We're joined by head coach Patty Gasso, student-athletes Jayda Coleman, Jocelyn Alo, and Tiarre Jennings. We'll start with student-athletes questions, and Ryan Aber.
Yeah, Ryan Aber from the Oklahoma. And this is for all three of the players, but Jayda, if you don't mind starting off, just because you were the first one to experience it, there in the fifth, the adjustments that y'all made to Dulcini, was it a coordinated attack to try to get after her the first pitch with the way that she was sort of pounding the zone on y'all early?
I think it was more of a mental thing, just knowing individually how she's going to come at us, and it worked out.
Me too.
Jocelyn?
I think it was just a matter of us just continuing to play the game. We had a pretty we threatened there in the fourth or third, I think, and we were right on it. So in the fifth, we knew that it was coming. So it was just a matter of us trusting ourselves and sticking to our plan.
Tiarre?
Yeah, same thing what they were saying. Also a matter of just getting our timing down and then just getting the pitch that we wanted. Obviously, she was mixing in both sides of the plate, so just getting the pitch we wanted and make adjustments from there.
James?
James Hale, CBS Sports Radio in Oklahoma City. For Jayda and Jocelyn, the first two hitters in the lineup, that was such a great start, such a great jump for OU. Talk about it, because you knew what Dulcini was going to do. So, Jayda, if you could go first, and if you don't mind, I didn't mean to do your job, Roger.
No,
sorry
that's
about
fine.
that. But if you could kind of talk about how you guys laid that out, that'd be great.
That was fun, being able to lead it off. And I knew if I just get on base, I can trust Jossie to hit me in. And then she hit a bomb, and it was great.
Jocelyn?
It was funny. We had talked about it last night. I was like, you're going to get on and I'm going to hit you in.
Yep.
But I think we had the edge this time, a little bit of chips on our shoulder. Last time we had faced Dulcini, she shut us out, and no one shuts out the Sooners twice, let alone 3 times. So, yeah, we had something to prove for sure.
Eric?
This question is for Tiarre and Jocelyn. Tiarre, I just wanted to ask you about getting a day off, get a win, get a day off, and you guys are on such a roll. How much do you appreciate that day off, or would you rather just continue that momentum? And then for Jocelyn, what's it like playing with these two young players, their experience and success in this event last year and this year? What's it like seeing them go through this process and know that they have a bright future ahead?
Start with Tiarre, please.
Yeah, day off definitely helps. It just gives us a chance to recover, take a breath, stay out of the sun, gets our pitchers recovered, and it's a time to prepare. So I think the day offs definitely help us for sure, and I really like the adjustment to this tournament.
Jocelyn?
Yeah, seeing these two just thrive in this environment is fun to watch, and I've been around it now for a long time and have watched it on TV for a long time, and I don't think you'll come across any kind of player like these two. So I'm just excited for how young they are, and we're excited to see where they're going to go. Definitely blessed that I got another year with them just due to COVID. So I just remember talking about it with Tiarre, like, I can't wait to play with you just that 1 year, and thankful that I got 2.
Jenny?
Jocelyn, you always seem to play well in the Women's College World Series, big stage, big moments. When did you develop that? How did you develop that? And Jayda, I'm wondering from your perspective, just being around Jocelyn and you see that, what is that like? How does that present itself when you guys know she's going to come up big in this place, in these games?
Start with Jocelyn, please. Yeah,
I've been here for 4 years, so I've got to learn from the best, and they've passed it on for me. I got to watch Shay Knight thrive in these moments, Sydney Romero, Kaylee Clifton, Folly Alview, that whole senior class, even players like Leah Wodak and Kelsey Arnold. So I definitely had learned from them how to just not make the moment too big, but just to enjoy the game for what it is. And with it being my last year, just trying to leave it all out on the field and just make my mark.
Jayda?
Same thing. I've been watching her since I was a junior in high school, watching her breaking big records and stuff, and just trusting her. She communicates with us so much, and just being able to chip at her brain and get all the information that we can from her before she leaves it's a good thing. I love playing next to her.
Down front there.
Yeah, for all 3 players, Texas celebrated their win against you guys pretty obviously and got a lot of attention for that. Did you keep that picture of their celebration in your mind moving forward, and was it on your mind coming into today's game?
Start with Tiarre, please.
Yeah, I think for sure it was on our mind, and like Josh said earlier, we had something to prove. No team beats us twice, and I think we proved that here. So definitely just taking that and not letting it get too big, not letting the moment too big, and just continue to play with that chip on your shoulder.
Jocelyn?
Me personally, I didn't have it in my mind. Just watching it, I was like, I would celebrate like that too because we're the #1 seed. So, I mean, our record speaks for itself, We're pretty solid, so I would say they should celebrate the way they should. But, yeah, we came out here and we just did our thing.
Jayda?
I think for me personally, just resetting. I don't really think we ever play out of revenge or hate in our heart. We really just play for one audience. And that's why we play so free, and that's why we play so fun. So, yeah, it was a tough day watching them celebrate like that, but the next day it was over. It's the next game, and today we just came out and played free and played fun.
Down front.
Ryan Chapman, All Sooners. Jocelyn, you mentioned Dulcini, what she did against you guys as a team in the regular season, but you specifically kind of had a long weekend in Austin. What did you do to adjust from those games to today to capitalize?
I kind of took a step back and thought to myself what it was that I was thinking, and I definitely think I wasn't in the right headspace down in Austin. I knew that we would meet them again somehow, somewhere. So I had prepared a lot for that, but Dulcini, as good of a pitcher Dulcini is, I'm a really good hitter too, and I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to pick myself no matter what. So I knew the adjustments I had to make and went out there and made them.
All right, last one for student athletes, Joey.
Joey Helmer, 247sports.com. Tiarre, you guys had played him 3 times earlier in the year. Obviously, they had familiarity with you guys as well. Was there a comfort level for you guys, knowing that you played them 3 times already?
Yeah, I think it was good. Playing them in our conference that we know them, but the good thing is they didn't know us today. We came in a whole different team than we were in Austin, so I think that was something that we had an advantage of, is that we knew we were different, and that's why we did what we did today.
Jayda, Jocelyn, Tiarre, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Gasso? Jesse, you want to start?
Jesse Crittenden, Norman transcript. Patty, obviously, you got some big moments. Tiarre's home run. Riley started off the 5th inning with that hit. But Jayda Coleman and Jocelyn Alo, to have that, combo where Jocelyn Alo was able to bring Jayda in, that happened twice today. Just how big is it to have them back-to-back in that lineup, and what did they bring today?
Yeah, they're elite athletes. I have felt that since I recruited them. So to have that dynamic duo pretty much start the game it's nice that it's on our side. Jayda has so much energy. She can get on a lot of different ways. Jossie has so much power. The combination just really sets a great tone.
Joe.
Joe Irwin Bettner, Eyes in Oklahoma. Patty, just what went in the decision to throw Hope again today, and how did you feel about her performance?
Thought she was stellar. Thought she was fantastic. Looking at her numbers, I'm seeing them for the first time, really. 1 strikeout. Our defense, she fed our defense. Our defense played great. She doesn't have to try to overthrow to get strikeouts because our defense is great. I thought she had good command. I thought she did a great job. What was the second half? I have a problem with recall.
No, you pretty
Did
much
I get
covered
it? Okay.
I did have a quick just follow-up. I'm just on the topic of, you get the day off. Just how much is that going into your decision to maybe roll with the same pitcher, and just how I guess, lengthy are those conversations?
Yeah, I think Hope is kind of on fire right now. She's really found her comfort zone. I think the matchup was better for us with Hope, but we had a plan to bring all kinds of different looks at different times, including Jordy. So everybody was on all hands on deck, but Hope was just never making me feel it's time. It was getting close later in the game, but never made me feel ready to do that. And the day off, we just had a short little dance party in the locker room because we have another day off. I don't even know what to do because having been here, it's just like chaos. It's get to your hotel and get your stuff and let's get ready and look at video and have everybody eat fast, because we got to, it's like that. So for us to, now I'm like, what are we supposed to do? Lay around the hotel. What are we going to do here? So it is great for your pitchers. One thing that my coaching staff and my training staff has done a great job with is recovery and hydration and mobility, and all of those things are really paying off for this team right now.
Dean Rule with the Oklahoman. Coach, in the Women College World Series history, the 40-year history, there's not one spin game on ABC, but that changed today. What can you say about that just for the sport of softball and that your team got to represent the entire league?
Yeah, absolute honor. Absolute honor. I think of ABC, and maybe nobody even thinks the same way, but it to me is like the wide world of sport. I've been watching it for that long, and to think that we are in a game on ABC is just a wow factor for me personally. I don't even talk to our team about it because they don't watch ABC, they watch Netflix. But for me, it was like a wow moment. And for our sport, for women's athletics, it's just off the charts. And I am really anxious to see what kind of viewership there was. Because it's just going to continue to help this whole sport just continue to grow.
Down in front of it.
Patty, back to Hope. She held Texas to 2 for 13 just with runners on. I know your pitching staff's done that all year long, but to have Hope do this on this stage, what does that kind of mean mentally for her and the whole staff?
It's a game changer, and this was a big game. This obviously was the biggest game of our season and the biggest game in Hope's career. I felt like she did a really nice job with Northwestern. It built her confidence. But to be honest, we talked a lot about playing in the Big 12 tournament here in Oklahoma City, and there was about 7,000 fans here, and that kind of preps you because I don't think there's any other teams in the country that play in front of that many fans. So that really helped our cause, and we're lucky to be living in a place where the College World Series, I know some people think it's an unfair advantage. I can't help where we live. We live here. It's a beautiful stadium. We're going to take advantage of it, and that's what I felt like today.
Billy.
Billy Witz with the New York Times. Patty, I was speaking with some parents that raised questions about with the impending repeal of Roe versus Wade, they may not necessarily be comfortable sending their daughters to places where there's anti-abortion bills like there is in Oklahoma. What would your message be to recruits' parents if that comes up? And I ask that too because you recruit so heavily in California, and where it might be viewed differently than it would be in Oklahoma.
I really don't feel equipped to answer that because it's never come across, so I don't even know how I would go about it, and I just don't feel comfortable on this stage to be talking on those subjects, to be honest.
Would you be happy to talk to me afterward?
I've got a team to take care of. I'm not ready for that.
Over here, please.
Sorry.
But I don't mean to.
It's just not the right place right now. That's not where my mindset is. So I don't want to say one thing that would make me regret anything. My mindset is not in a space right here.
Can I just ask you,
Billy,
do
it's
you
asked.
view it
Please.
as a gender equity
We're moving
issue?
on. Over here.
Jason Patacchio for the OU Daily. Patty, you've seen a lot of home runs in your time. I'm just kind of curious about your perspective on Tiarre's home run. It was in the second to last row of the venue. Have you seen a home run hit that far? I'm sure you have, but I'm kind of curious on, your perspective on that, and is the farthest home run that you've seen in your time?
I've seen a lot of far home runs, but that was elevated to allow her to really get underneath it and get her power in it. So it was definitely another momentum builder for the team.
Awesome. Thank you.
Here.
Yeah, Coach, just from a softball standpoint, obviously it's a lot more fun when you win the way you did today, but how much fun is it to watch these matchups between Dulcini and your group of batters?
Yeah, Dulcini is really a fighter. She is focused. She's hardworking. She has helped carry Texas this far. So we have to respect her. She's really, really crafty with the way she throws. And we were ready for it, and then you would see a couple innings where we just didn't have a lot of success, and that is a tribute to how she can mix up her speeds and so forth. So to be able to turn out 10 hits with a few against her was like a big victory for this team. We worked really hard to prepare for her.
Last one for Coach Jenny.
Patty, today Jocelyn sent her batting average back above 500, 30th home run. Every at bat, it seemed like she either gets a hit or it's a good at bat. She just missed on that pop out. What about her? You've seen her at every stage of this, but what about her impresses you most as she's in these final days of her career?
Extremely. As you can see, she's very, very confident. That's what confidence looks like and what it sounds like, because she is not afraid to say how good she is. So I'm just so proud of her, because she is not allowing the outside to get in. Our focus this week is on winning a championship, and she is doing a very good job of allowing all of the players to get in her ear, and she'll speak to what we're dealing with and how we need to deal with it properly. But that is where our focus is, and where her focus is not how many home runs I can hit, look at my numbers. It's let's walk away with another. Let's fight for another one, do everything we can to get another one, and the team is really responding to her.
Coach Gasso, thank you very much for your
you.
time. I appreciate it.